We're back in person, baby.
We're back. Lindsay, you have to stay for 5 minutes. We're back on our couch.
Yep.
And this is our first time ever doing a podcast together in the home.
Continental United States.
Yes. And in our home. And with Quincy in it too. But she's sleepy right now. She's gonna if I move this arm, she's gonna get up and run away, sprint away. So she has to stay here. That's why we're kind of holding her down.
You remember last episode we went with #stunned pets versus #stunned sibs.
Yes.
Well, here's the pet right here.
She is, and she's actually like being good. She has her head down. She's tired. She's ready for a second nap of her day.
Yeah. Well, I'm home for Easter. What's today? Friday?
Yep.
I lost track. So we will be going out to dinner tonight. I had a nice flight home where I usually show up about a few hours before to get there early. This one I showed up maybe an hour before boarding, and it took an hour to get through TSA. So luckily, I made it there early. I was still woozy from the night before because we celebrated Nova Dance. We had a big $600,000 raise.
I did see that.
Which is pretty exciting.
600,000? Oh.
What'd you thought?
6 million.
You actually thought we raised $6 million?
When you raised the money sign?
This big 6, you thought?
Wait, did you raise the money sign or the
I got
6?
to hold the positive on the stage. Still on the stage.
Who was the first one holding the money sign?
I can't remember. Reagan,
I
maybe?
just assumed that was you. I could not see.
Can't remember. Oh, no.
Oh.
I was on sitting on the stage. But
I didn't know that.
That was fun. I broke a PR in the half marathon this weekend, the Love Run, which is the day after Nova Dance, which is fun. And any other big wins? I don't know. Can you think of anything?
I don't know. I wish the package was here.
I know.
But yeah, Joseph has some exciting news to share. And he hasn't. I've told my friends and I've told some of my coworkers, and he told all of us. But I guess I can kind of tell them a little bit how it happened. So obviously, Joseph has been waiting for his results of the Fulbright scholar status, and he called us on Monday night. He FaceTimed us. Mom and I were in the kitchen trying to make some tomato soup, and we both got a FaceTime, and she chucked her phone and stuff across the room.
Yeah, what was her
oh my god, he's calling us. And then I made her go into the bathroom, a separate room, because it was going to echo. And then Joseph he had all 4 of us on FaceTime, and he gave us the news that... Your turn.
That he got the Fulbright scholarship for the Czech Republic.
Yeah, so he's going to be moving.
Moving to Czech, you're moving to Boston.
Boston.
That's how it goes. Empty nesters, our parents once again.
But tonight we're telling...
Our extended family. When we go out to eat.
And then we'll tell everyone else on Easter.
Yep. It's honestly, it's hard to describe the feeling. I think it's shock still, and it hasn't hit me. I think I was nervous. I got more nervous as it got closer, but then it all worked out, and everything happens for a reason. So, like we said,
I agree. What was the application process like? Because I don't think you ever talked about that. I think it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it was. I started last May, so it's almost been a year. Pretty much, long story short, I started applying in May, and I probably went through about 13 drafts of each of my essays, so 26 different drafts. And you have to write a statement of grant purpose, which is about why you applied and what you're going to do. A personal statement, which is more about your life and goals that relate to Fulbright. Mm-hmm. And then answer some questions, talk about your, resume type things. It's the hardest part of the application is writing the first drafts once you have them and you're kind of good. So, and then you kind of wait. January, I found out semifinalist, and then March, I guess, found out finalist. So it's a long wait. And it's honestly a breath of fresh air, big weight off my shoulders, because now I'm at Villanova and I'm like, what am I even doing here?
Exactly. And it kind of gives you an opportunity to just do something chill right after college, and that's exciting instead of just not saying that working isn't exciting, but just something that's a good opportunity. That's seriously a once in a lifetime. So
yeah,
it's going to be awesome when you move August
24th or so, I think they said.
August 24th.
They gave us this handbook I've been reading. It's 45 pages, but it's very helpful. I was wondering about, first of all, I don't know my placement yet. So I don't know. There's in the Czech Republic, I think there's about 28 towns, and you get placed in any one of them. And so I think I find out in May about that. So that'll be a whole nother exciting thing, because then I can start looking for apartments there. I can look at like what school I'm going to be at, what type of school I'm going to be at. So that will be very exciting. But yeah, the handbook had stuff about how to find apartments, all life in the Czech Republic, all this good stuff. So it's actually very exciting to read. So I don't know. What?
It's like a Q&A.
Is there anything worse than a stuffy nose?
There is things that are worse, but a stuffy
Like
nose
what?
is pretty bad. And especially like if you have a stuffy nose and you have to keep going, stop. You have to keep going.
People around you will do that in class.
And then they get aggravated. But you know what's worse is when people don't like say they're in the bathroom when you knock on the door.
Yeah, didn't that happen to you?
It's just happening. It just keeps happening. I'm over it now. I don't want to talk about it because I listened to the last podcast and we talked about it for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm over that. But yeah, almost April.
I know, the
But-
weather stinks.
This morning at practice, it was like sleeting out. My toes were frozen. We were only out there for an hour too. It was horrible.
Your first game's tomorrow?
First game's tomorrow.
I'm going to predict you're going to go undefeated, and you're going to make waves in the Marshfield lacrosse team.
Maybe. I hope so. Sabrina's going to love that you said that.
I think, honestly, I love sports teams, following certain sports teams, and I think when your sister coaches, I have to follow. And I keep asking her, can I live watch or whatever? So
Yeah.
I'm going to be very committed, and I love statistics and records, and she's going to be like, oh, if we win this many games, does every team make it to the playoffs, or how does it work? I don't even know.
I honestly don't remember. But remember, like, well, when we did it, we were in the ACL. But now they're in, like,
Yeah.
the Patriot League, I think.
Which I never thought about ACL being called ACL when people tear their ACLs in the ACL league.
Like Sabrina, too.
Did she tear her ACL?
Yeah, our senior game. Or, our game that we beat, like Falmouth or something, or Sandwich in overtime.
Oh, God.
And it wasn't even during the game. It was after. She was, like, celebrating. But
We used to travel to Cape Cod for our games. Like, all the other schools were like 45 minutes away.
yeah, it was a lot. But yeah, I think they'll be filmed, all the games.
They'll be filmed.
But
Filmed
yes.
live, or have to watch back?
Probably watch back, but maybe they're filmed live. I'll have to ask tomorrow. But
Okay.
last night, they shared the video of the huddles, so
Oh, yeah.
I can watch myself play in my prime.
Oh, my God. I used to have a huddle for football.
You did.
Back when I used to play football.
I had a huddle for lacrosse too, and I think I posted like one clip of me. We just weren't really committed to the bit, I don't think.
You were captain, right? Mm-hmm. Was it high pressure stakes for the captain?
No.
Yeah, I know. People,
I think, yeah.
Do you have your Letterman jacket still? I was going to
Yeah.
say, go get your Letterman jacket. We
I
should have
do.
done the whole episode in the Letterman jacket.
I do.
I have a Letterman jacket. I was captain of, let's see. Wait, what were you captain of?
Field hockey and lacrosse.
Oh, I was 3-sport captain.
Yeah, those kind of go together.
Yeah, everyone says that.
Those kind of go together because they're all like one.
I mean, it's
one
the
thing.
same coach. It's
Yeah.
the same team, essentially. But listen, I don't think I was that good back in the day. Now I could see myself
Yeah.
being more cap. But like back in the day, I just, not that I was bad, but I definitely wasn't like the star player. I think Coach Shep took it more of like leadership and
Yeah.
improvement and like how, like I was always like showed
Yeah.
up and worked hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was nice that he made me the captain. So in college, laundry, when you were living indoors, did you ever take somebody's laundry out because there was no washers or dryers available and put it on top and then just put your stuff in?
I think maybe I have my freshman year when we were living in Jogues. I remember that people leave their washer and stuff there for so long. I
Really?
do remember though someone was taking my stuff out once and I like came down and they were just taking it out. It was like done one
Did you
minute.
just... Oh, really?
I just waited until they were done and then I went to go
You
get
didn't
my
like
stuff.
say anything to them?
I'm not good at that type of confrontational stuff, so
I was caught once freshman year. But the thing is, I went down and none were available. So I said, all right, I'll give it 20 minutes. And I went back down and none were available still.
Yeah.
And it was the same people's clothes. So it's like, okay, they must be out or doing something. So I'm like, there's no way I get caught.
Yeah.
So you have a 2-minute window. Well, all of a sudden, this girl walks in. I have her like underwear in my hands, and she just kind of gives me a dirty look. Yeah.
Yeah, when it happened to me too, it was a guy doing it to me. So that makes sense.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
How'd you like the Barbie movie?
Good. I saw it 2 times.
You saw it twice?
I saw it with Sabrina and Pat, and then I saw it with Mom.
Nice.
But yeah, it was good. Yeah, nothing really new in my life, honestly. I pretty much go through the same cycle of life every week. But now that I have lacrosse, it's like adding like a ton more like social interaction.
That's good.
But otherwise, it's just me at home with Mom and Dad and this child right here. I think she's just chronically tired, though.
I know. Honestly, I've been chronically tired since I've been home.
Today when I was napping in the S shape.
Yeah, I found Hannah napping in a S shape, curled up in a ball.
In a ball.
So Easter is Sunday. I guess this episode is dropping on Easter Day, as long as I can edit it in time. What do you think about Easter? Because we still do an egg hunt, and we're 24 and 22. Is that right?
Yeah, and the thing with Joseph and I is we just are too competitive. Like, not only with like a lot of things in our life. Like, I think that's why we like work so hard and like thrive and strive to do things.
But are you saying that we're secretly always against each other? That's why we always do better and better?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think that. But on like the Easter egg hunt, like our dad probably like for the past obviously 24 years, has just been hiding like 40 eggs every single morning.
What do you mean?
And now
we graduated.
Dad? Wait, but do they even have candy in them anymore?
Some have candy, some have dollars. It's not Dad.
It's the Easter Bunny. Sorry.
Those who believe receive, right? Mm-hmm. But Dad, in all honesty, he does. I'd say the past 2 years, maybe he's stepped it up. Where
they're hard
to find. Like genuinely, we find about half, and then we're like, okay, we don't know where else. And he looks at his list.
Which I don't think anyone else our age has an Easter egg hunt. Like no one does.
Santa still exists in our house. The elf on the shelf still exists in our house.
And I haven't had to work the past couple of Easters too. I'm not working this one either, shockingly.
Oh, I thought you meant you haven't had to work because you got so much money from the eggs. That's what's nice about these holidays. It's like, hey, like a big payday. Not a big payday, but at least for a college student, getting some income.
But Easter, here's the thing. Like sometimes holidays are different. Easter is the same thing for us every single year. And like we always do the same thing on Easter, I feel like.
Yeah.
She's really breathing heavy right now.
I know, is she panting? Well, Easter for us, usually we wake up, we'll come down.
No, we have to go to 7 o'clock.
Oh, we gotta go to 7 o'clock church this year. Which I'll say I did go to church for Palm Sunday last week. On Sunday, and I said, you have to say your own prayers, your intentions. Say, please, God, I need the full break, please. And the next day it did come, so maybe I should start going again.
You're back on your God grind.
Mm-hmm. But I, after church, these blankets will be covering the baskets. We'll get baskets. Usually there's like a pool float in them for us, some sort of shirt, and just some candy. And then then we start the egg hunt. And
I do have to say, I agree with you. Our Easter egg hunt, the past 2 years, 1 year. Last year was the hardest one.
I know.
And we literally start and we're like frantically looking for eggs, but then Mom's like, 20 eggs each.
Yeah.
And speaking of Easter and like holidays, like that magnet right there of Quincy has been sitting there since I put it there on Christmas Day.
3 months ago?
Yeah. Almost 4. But I have to put it, or actually 4, right?
Yeah. It's almost your
I'm going to put it in my work locker. Almost my what?
You have a locker?
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't have a lock. But I don't have a lock on it. Quincy, stop sitting up like that.
I was going to say, it's almost the week that you were conceived. Next week.
Oh my God, Joseph.
Because that's why I watched this like YouTube series and they're like,
is that the YouTube?
Be celibate this week. Like, you don't want to be born on Christmas.
Oh my God.
So I thought, oh, Hannah's next week. So, I tried to monetize these podcasts, our YouTube channel, and they said, you have too much content that's been reused, so you can check in 3 months. But in 3 months, if I delete the content, because I guess I posted some stuff of like different mashups of songs. So if I delete that, we can start getting paid. We can start getting ads.
So what does like monetize even mean? Like, what is the full definition?
It means, it means your YouTube channel, you can play ads on it. It's like you are monetized, meaning you can have ads. I guess I don't really know. I think you have to reach certain standards.
Oh,
but I have a fair amount of subscribers and
no, Quincy, you have to stay here.
Get some good views. I will say, to be fully transparent to the audience, I'd say the views started here and we're slowly going down a mountain. However, who cares?
Honestly, we're just doing this for ourselves,
just for fun,
just to like look back on our own memories. And I think our friends like to watch it.
Yeah,
and our parents.
I think about so too. Yeah. So if you're watching, thank you.
Yeah, shout out to all of our friends.
The
Stunners, our parents.
Yeah.
Our family. Quincy, who's with us for the first one. Quincy, look at the camera.
Oh, God. She's 10. That's another thing, too. It's like, while I'm gone, I'm not going to come back from August 2024 to June 25. I'm going to miss the presidential election. I'm going to miss maybe her passing away, which would be sad. And what, you think I'm going to miss any other big event? Like if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce get proposed while I'm gone, I'm going to be pissed. But I don't think that they should. I'm not a fan of his anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know if they will.
Who do you think, if you had to guess, will win the election in 2024? I have a feeling... I think...
If they were wearing a monogram sweater... What would it say?
Do you want to each say who it's going to, the initials on 3? Mm-hmm. I have a prediction. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. JB. Oh, wow. Care to make it interesting? I thought DT.
I just think that he will. Because
you don't think like the criminal charges people will be thrown off? I guess not, right? It hasn't stopped them before.
Yeah, I don't think people are. I don't know. I honestly... I'm not looking forward to either, so.
I know.
Whatever.
We're going to have to, I guess I'm going to have to write in a mail in a vote or something. I don't know.
Me too.
There were rumors that Michelle was going to come back. Obama.
Really? Would she, though?
She said she never would, but that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
It would be. Well, one fun fact about us is this is our first podcast. Yeah, actually, Joseph tried to start a podcast a few years ago. He made one episode with Nana.
Yep, and with you.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Did you post it somewhere?
Yeah. It was right before you were like, I'm going to Fairfield in a few months.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but like our original like podcast is something called the Joseph Web Show.
Oh, yeah. So we used to make web shows growing up.
On our Mac computer, we have about 100 to 200 web shows.
The Sweet 16 episode was an hour long.
Yes, and the 100th episode. We made web shows of us.
What do you mean the 100th episode?
Did we do a 100th one?
Yeah, but it was the Sweet 16. That was an hour.
Oh, the Sweet 16 was the 100th? No, you mean the...
Sweet 16 was the 16th, and it was an hour long.
Oh.
Where's 100 coming from?
I was just thinking that was a special one, too.
Oh.
But this was like probably when Joseph was in 3rd-ish grade.
Yeah, do you remember you fell down the stairs in one? That's how the episode started. So, we've been doing podcasts for a while, it seems,
Yeah, I feel something in Quincy's here.
Let's talk about the time that we got Quincy. So we found out...
Oh, God.
Christmas
Is this going to stop my recording? Someone's calling me. It's still going.
Still going? Do you need to answer it?
No.
Okay.
It was from New Jersey. I don't know.
What if it's an emergency?
So, the time we found out we were going to be getting a dog.
Oh, she knows.
So, we were at home, and it was Christmas morning, 2013. So, I was 13. Joseph was 11. And it was Christmas morning, And we actually have a video of this. And we were like, we never got this is our first dog ever. We never had a dog ever.
Never really had pets that were real.
We never were really like begging for one either, I don't think. Like, how did...
Well, I think we got the choice. They said, you can either get a pool, a dog, or a boat. And we said... Pool. And then she came along.
So dumb. We should have said boat.
Why didn't we say boat?
Because now the pool sits in our backyard, and it's literally... I am the only one who goes in the pool.
I go in the pool.
Joseph doesn't dunk his head.
I like to sit around the pool and take in the rays of the sun.
I know, but like, I wish we got a boat. That was the dumbest mistake we've ever made in our entire lives.
That was the biggest mistake we made.
They're like, pool or boat? And we're like, pool.
Yeah, that was actually really dumb.
Like, we really... Now that we're older, we're like, I wish like we had a boat.
Yeah.
And, like, we had like our license to go on a boat. And we could just drive it around whenever we wanted. Anyway, so...
I can't believe we said
this was the Christmas of 2013, and it was our last gift, and we opened the gift. She's getting a little anxious right now. So we opened the gift, and it was like a golden, it was like the dog.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yes, you do.
I just thought we got told we were getting one.
No, we opened the gift, and it's like a stuffed dog. It's like the yellow lab Webkinz dog. And Joseph, of course, is like, really? It's not funny. And this video is going to end soon. What's going on?
I know. I feel like a bump.
Oh, she has a lot of bumps.
Sorry.
This video is going to stop soon, too.
All right.
And just keep your eye on it.
Okay.
And Joseph was like, really? We wanted a real one, and then started throwing a fit. It's not funny. Blah, blah, blah,
I'm
blah,
the type of person to, many times growing up, we play board games, and the game would end with the cards and the pieces sprawled across the kitchen floor.
Yeah. That's going back to our competitive side.
Exactly.
And not getting what you want. Anyways. And then our dad steps in and says, so actually, and then Joseph's face was like he looked stunned in that moment.
Stunned.
And he's like, so actually, we've been talking to the breeders, and there's a letter that just came out, and we have essentially, we were the last person to get one. If it's a girl, we'll take it, or if it's a boy, we'll wait till April for the next one.
Litter.
And Joseph goes, well, why can't we just have a boy? And he said, so essentially, you guys are getting a dog. And I was like, smiling with my braces and like so excited, and Joseph was like so stunned, and then he was sobbing. It wasn't
real, it was just theatrics.
Yeah, Joseph can make himself cry too, so
I was like,
he was so stunned. And then
it's just a shock. I've not had a surprise in my life since that day. I've never been surprised because I find out.
Me too. That's the other thing about us. We like to find out things.
Yeah, we don't like surprises. We like to know.
Or like, I would love to be surprised, but I don't think someone could ever pull it off.
No, because I know. I can tell.
Me too.
Like, they tried to surprise me for the Philly Marathon. I knew their asses were coming.
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah. Anyway, so then Christmas goes by, and then we find out it's a girl, and we're the last one. So Quincy is...
And do you remember what Dad emailed the breeders when they said it's a girl? My kids are jumping up and down right now.
Yeah. And so Quincy is the runt of the litter, technically.
Yeah, she was the last
So she's the runt of the litter.
No one wanted her.
She's a red collar puppy, and it was New Year's Day of 2014.
Red collar puppy.
And we drove up to Maine in like a snowstorm.
Yeah, it was like very northern Maine.
Bridgeton, Maine.
It was like 4 or 5 hours.
I don't know if it was that far, but maybe felt like that. Wait, look it up how far away that is.
I think it's maybe 4.
Bridgeton?
3.5 hours.
All right, so we drove up to Bridgeton, Maine. We went to the breeder's house. And there was still other puppies there because they hadn't gotten picked up. But over comes red collar puppy, and she's like, so timid and shy.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think I was kind of afraid to hold her because I've like never had a dog, so like
me too.
We didn't really know how to act around dogs. Then we have a family photo of Joseph. Are you holding the dog? You holding Quincy?
One of us is.
One of us is holding Quincy.
Half holding her.
With our mom and dad, and we're holding red collar puppy in the house. And then we drove the time home, and of course, We put her in the damn cage on the way home. It's
Yeah, that was so silly.
so silly. And
I know. We put her in the cage.
Quincy
for
always has
first
had a weak
night.
stomach her whole life, so she vomited
She peed.
and peed in the cage.
She vomited when we were literally on Union Street,
Yeah.
which
And,
is the street right before we get home.
and,
She's looking at her lips like she's about to vomit right now.
and then we got home and she was so excited to be here, except we have like a little like one step down from our kitchen to
Yeah.
our living room.
Right there.
And she ran and tumbled off of it. So then for like the first couple weeks when she was too small, I'd be sitting out on the couch and she'd be in the kitchen and she'd be crying in the kitchen looking at me because she couldn't step down because she was
Yeah.
too scared. But yeah, the first couple of nights we made her try to sleep in a cage and she didn't sleep at all. No one slept. We were being kind of mean to her.
Yeah.
She wasn't supposed to be allowed upstairs or on furniture.
Well, that's
But
changed.
then, like, one of the days we just heard her, like, Mom was in her office working, and we heard a boom, 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 boom. And we look up. I look down. Quincy's, like, halfway up the stairs like this.
Like,
And
frozen.
then we went back in the office, and then she kept coming all the way up. But now she's honestly been such a good dog. Like, she's just so, like, a human, honestly.
Yeah, she does. Like, we could put a full plate of, steaming hot chicken and peanut butter and her favorite foods on the ground, and she would just leave it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we said, "Oh, you can take it," I don't think she'd take it unless we said, "All right, Quincy, you're gonna eat this now."
Yeah.
She's
she,
very
like,
good about
has never
that.
jumped up to, like, eat food off of a table.
No.
She's just been so good. And we've been
I
lucky to
know.
have her. She tore both of her ACLs last year.
Yep.
She has 2 new ACLs going.
I guess she's got metal in her, right?
I don't know if there's
I don't
metal
know
in
if
there.
it's metal or not.
But yeah, that was the day we got Quincy. And honestly, I wish I took more advantage of like the time when she was a puppy.
Yeah.
I didn't because she was so small. But yeah, she's not like huge. She's just like medium sized.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's the story of Quincy, and yeah.
Yeah, our energy is kind of low. We're both
Yeah,
exhausted.
we were just tired, but
The other thing we can tell in our house is who exactly is walking up the stairs.
yeah, I could be napping in my room and I could know who's about to approach me. Because the footstep pattern. What's my footstep pattern? I hit the same steps every time, by the way. It's like 2, 4,
course
6,
you do.
8, 12, 16. It's the OCD in me.
I walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. I don't even know how many steps we have. Do you know how many steps we have?
No, I think I counted before, but
She's not going to be happy to be in this. We're just going to do a little intro with her mom, and then she'll be in maybe in the next episode
Yeah.
or something. Mom, you need to be in this for a second.
I don't want to be on this.
Mom, grow up. Get in this.
Why?
Mom. Yeah, you're smirking like you want to be on it. Come
I
on.
don't want to be on it.
could you
Mom,
just
come
come
on.
in?
Tape right now? Because this tape. Is this being taped right now?
Yes.
Okay, I don't
Mom,
Mom,
stop.
could you please?
Go next to Joseph. You could just your head will pop in.
We're almost done. We felt a little boring this episode because we're exhausted. Do you have any good stories to tell?
Not really.
Mom, yes you do.
What kind of stories?
You always have stories to tell.
Why don't you briefly tell the story of either me or Hannah's birth? Go ahead.
It's hard to sit back here.
You should have sat on the couch.
seat next to me.
No, I don't really have much to say.
What about the time? When did you and Dad decide that you were going to be getting Quincy? She actually isn't the best at telling stories because she can't remember a lot of things.
Because halfway through the story, she'll jump to another topic.
My knees hurt sitting here.
Mom, what is the time you decided to get
I
Quincy?
gotta go. My knees are killing me.
Oh my god.
Well, I got a story. So, you know the uvula that's just in the back of your throat? Well, mine is extra long, and so I can always feel it resting on my tongue. So one time I asked my doctor, "Hey, Dr. B, is there anything we can do about this?" She said, "You can clip it if you want." And I decided against it. So just so everyone knows, you ever get a cold and you feel the uvula always touch the back of your throat, you're like, that's annoying. That's how I live my life every day.
Now she's sitting watching us.
With her hands crossed as if she's praying at church. Well, that the uvula story can end it out.
guess.
Happy Easter. The next time that we have an in-person episode like this, I'll be graduated from college. So
Yep, it'll probably be May.
Yep.
Because this is the last time I see Joseph before he even graduates, probably. Or
Yeah,
maybe-
me and Hannah were just reminiscing in the car yesterday how this is the last time we'll ever spend so much time together is this summer. Because from there...
Yeah, because this is the last time we're ever living together this summer.
All right. Have a good week, stunners.
Have a good week. Mom, say the outro.
If you're stunned, we're stunned.
Wrong.
And always remember, if you're stunned,
We're stunned too.
bye.